90 and Bubba.
Well, that was absolutely calm.
And a very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to Dazzer's Football Stand. We are live today for the UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League, and the UEFA Europa Conference League knockout draws. It's been a very entertaining UEFA Champions League campaign. We've had teams like Club Brugge successfully getting through the group stages against all the odds. We've had the likes of Barcelona, Juventus, etc., all dropping out of the UEFA Champions League. So I think, to be honest with you, this is going to be a very strange but very exciting Champions League campaign. For some reason, it's come up to me. We've just gone live now. Well, we were live ages ago, so I don't know why that's happened. Anyways, hope you're doing very, very well indeed. I'm Darryl Johnson, your host for the draw for the Champions League and the Europa League and the Europa Conference League. Now, some of the comments that were in the live chat at the start have disappeared. Obviously, I did schedule the stream ages ago, and I think if they've been there for over 2 hours, they don't tend to stay there. So there we go. I'm going to get onto live chat anyway for starters. Let's just move this around. Good morning, Mia. Hello, darling. Yes, I did sleep all right. Slipping my eyes closed, actually. Probably scheduled the stream last night. Yes, she did put it in about 8:15. I scheduled this about, just before midnight, actually, last night. Scotty B, well, what's going on? You know I normally go live for the European draws. Drop a like on the stream, by the way, as well, everyone. And a very warm welcome to this morning's live stream. So coming up between now and 1:30, because we'll be on till 1:30, we are going to have the UEFA Champions League knockout draw for the round of 16s. And then from 12 o'clock, we have got our UEFA Europa League playoff draw, which does feature quite a few good teams: Barcelona, Juventus, Sevilla, Manchester United, all in that. And also we have got from 1 o'clock the UEFA Europa Conference League draw as well for you all. And if you want to watch the draw, by the way, we can't show you it, but if you want to watch the draw, it is on BT Sports. So let's get on to BT Sports. It's Spectacles. There he is. Good old Spectacles. Get yourselves in the live chat, by the way. Let us know your thoughts and who you want to face in the draw as well. I'm going to sort out the two pots because I say it's early morning. I'm still not fully awake, so I'm not exactly prepared today. Right, let's have a look what the two pots again. So we've got pot 1 and pot 2, and of course, a reminder of how the draw works. You have got two pots. Teams from the same pot cannot play against each other. And of course, teams from the same nation cannot play against each other as well. So that means that the likes of Bayern, etc., cannot come up against Borussia Dortmund, Leipzig, or Borussia Dortmund, Leipzig, or Frankfurt, who also successfully got through. There's Oliver Kahn and whatever his bloody name is. No, that's a group stage. I don't want a group stage. No, I want the knockout ones. I want the knockout pots, not the group stage draw, thanks. Oh, come on. Right. No, that's August. We're into November. We don't want August. Trying to find a bloody... Oh. I can't find... I hope Liverpool draw Club Brugge. Sorry to disappoint you, mate. That's not going to happen. Because they are both in the same pot. They are both in pot 2. So they cannot go up against each other. And Hamid Al-Tintop, by the looks of it, is going to be doing the draw. He is the ambassador. 2010 finalist with Bayern, Galatasaray striker. Quality player, Al-Tintop. Really, really good player in his time, wasn't he? Hamid Al-Tintop is the final ambassador. So if you have just joined, welcome to the stream, drop a like. That would be brilliant. And let's try and find these bloody Champions League knockout draw pots. I'm trying to find the pots here. Right, there we go. Right, so pot 1. Pot 1 consists of Napoli, Porto, Bayern. Yeah, Liverpool can't draw Bruges. So, yeah, I'm just going to put the pots up on the screen here. On is Napoli. Wow. And I stopped dropping everything. Napoli, Porto, Bayern. Bayern could get Liverpool. I really hope not. Spurs, Chelsea. Oh, pressing the wrong buttons today. Just putting the teams in the on the banner here. Way on the trade, of course. Man City and Benfica somehow finished top of the group, which I didn't understand. Pot 2 consists of Liverpool, Club Brugge, got through to the knockout rounds, well, against all the odds, in fairness, against all the odds. I don't think anyone expected that to happen. Inter Milan. I'll give you the rules in a moment because I know a lot of people don't understand some of the rules. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying there's a lot of people who sometimes watch streams that don't have a clue about the rules. So that's why I'm going to go through the regulations for the draw in a moment. Borussia Dortmund and PSG. Oh, there's a ticker. There we go. Put that down the bottom. There you go. So these are the pots, ladies and gentlemen. This is the UEFA Champions League draw. If you just joined us, drop a like. Welcome to the stream. I'll get to your live chat in a moment. Don't worry about that. Obviously, for me, this is early morning, so I don't normally get up till about midday, because I'm a lazy bugger. No, Dutch teams are all in the... Dutch teams are later on. Mia, slippy hands today. Yes. The Dutch teams are in the Conference League and the Europa League, so that's from 12 and 1 o'clock. Haven't watched you in ages. How are Mask doing? We were doing... It's strange, because we were doing all right at the start of the season. Obviously, in the new division, we knew it was going to be a bit of a difficult task. We did all right at the start of the season, and then obviously, as the weeks have gone on, we've lost our manager, we've lost players, we've gone downhill. We've gotten a new manager, obviously, Gainsborough manager. We've got some new staff in, some new players in. We're leading until the 90th minute and then lost it late on somehow. I don't know how we managed it, but it was unbelievable. Anyways, rules and regulations for this draw. There's a lot, but the only ones you need to know is teams from the same pot cannot play against each other. So pot 1 consists of the group winners. Pot 2 consists of the runners up from the groups. And the pots are coming up at the bottom of the screen. So, Tottenham and Chelsea and City cannot go up against Liverpool because teams from the same nation cannot go up against each other. Teams that were playing in the same group, so that is Liverpool, Napoli, Bayern, so say Bayern and Inter Milan cannot go up against each other because they're in the same group. And also, I think that's it. Teams from the same nation, teams from the same pot, and teams from the same group stage cannot play against each other. And it will come up, they will say on here which teams can go up against each other. And we have got RB Leipzig, the first team out, and they come out of pot number 2. So they're starting off with pot 2. So pot 2 will have, by the looks of it, the home tie for the first leg. Have I missed Ipswich being drawn? One game, one draw. Actually, I'm back live later on tonight at about 7 o'clock for the FA Cup draw. So make sure you join us for that. So it's going to be a busy day today. RB Leipzig are the first team out, ladies and gentlemen. And they will play Manchester City. That is a difficult tie. Timo Werner taking on City once again. RB Leipzig take on Man City. Difficult tie for City, that is. But Erling Haaland, former Bundesliga player, knows how to score against Leipzig. Timo Werner knows how to perform for Leipzig. And obviously to take on Man City. That's going to be an interesting game. Leipzig against City. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. Club Brugge are the next team out in pot 2. And of course, they can play anyone other than FC Porto because FC Porto were top of their group. So they cannot play against Porto as they were in the group. But they can play against anyone from pot number 1. Hopefully this draw won't take too long. So Leipzig City is the first match. And do stay tuned because they are going to stay alive for the Europa League and the Conference League draw. Drop us a like on the stream, by the way. Damn it. Club Brugge take on SL Benfica. Damn it, I wanted bloody Club Brugge. Here we go. The Iron Blue is open. And up your nose. Probably won't get many tuning in for the Champions League, but the Europa League we might. Liverpool FC. Liverpool can come up against 3 teams: Porto, Benfica, and Porto, Bayern, and Real Madrid. They're going to get Real Madrid, I think. I know you're busy, but please make sure you have something to eat today. Oh, I'll make sure of that, mate. I'll make sure of that, mate. Go on, give them Real Madrid. Give Liverpool Real Madrid. Go on. Club Brugge, by the way, play Benfica. Go on, give them Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Liverpool, who are already struggling this season, are playing Real Madrid. Bye. Liverpool, Real Madrid. Oh, wonderful. Oh, Lord.
Who's popping up from the runners up? AC Milan.
AC Milan. Come on, Bayern. Milan can play Porto, Bayern, or Spurs. They cannot play against Napoli or Chelsea because obviously Chelsea were in the same group. Napoli, obviously, the same league.
Winners of the UEFA Champions Cup and Champions League. Tottenham Milan will play against Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham Hotspurs will be playing
Finally,
Milan.
2019. The Spurs
Oh,
will
no.
take on AC Milan.
That means Bayern are getting PSG then.
Another one.
PSG Bayern then. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Eintracht Frankfurt. Eintracht.
That's Bayern playing PSG then. And away from home. Oh, Lord. That's going to be a cracking game. Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe taking on Sadio Mane, Muller. Well, Bayern can try and get revenge on them for the last time when they knocked them out undeservingly. Why did he have to give us PSG?
SSC Napoli.
Napoli.
Frankfurt will face
Bunking his job. What do you mean bunking his job? Radio's only voluntary. Eintracht play Napoli. Tough tie. So Bayern are going to get bloody... Bayern are getting PSG. Oh, Lord.
Borussia Dortmund. Now Borussia.
It's going to be Bayern PSG.
Possible for Borussia.
Borussia Dortmund play either Chelsea or Porto. Real Madrid have got bloody Liverpool. Who are Chelsea going to play?
European football will perform after becoming the third teenager scoring in at least 4 consecutive matches. Chelsea FC. Borussia will face Chelsea FC, 2 times winners of the Champions League.
Dortmund play Chelsea.
Only 2 are left.
Yeah, Bayern ain't going to... I mean, it's about time Bayern actually got one over PSG. They didn't deserve to beat them last time. It's going to be Bayern then, is it? Yeah. Oh, no, it's Milan. Inter Milan. Inter Milan can only play against one team, and that is FC Porto. And that means Bayern play PSG. Bloody rigged. Absolutely rigged. You just knew, didn't you? You just knew it. You just knew Bayern were going to get bloody Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, that is going to be a cracking game.
This is, of course, Paris Saint-Germain.
PSG.
Finals of 2020, 11th successive season in the knockout phase. For Paris Saint-Germain, we have 5 left, and this tells us all about the round of 16.
999 PSG is nicht good.
Here in the room as well, with all these top teams coming out in the draw. Let's run through the matches, and I'll go through all of them.
Yep, that's confirmation. The PSG will play Bayern. Right, well, it's time Bayern got some revenge on PSG after last time when they knocked them out undeservingly. But Bayern, our team in form, so we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens in that game. It's going to be a difficult game now. But bloody hell. Just confirmation of the ties, ladies and gentlemen, for the UEFA Champions League round of 16s. Some cracking ties, I have to say, by the way. We've got RB Leipzig taking on Manchester City. We've got Club Brugge taking on SL Benfica. Liverpool taking on Real Madrid. AC Milan take on Tottenham Hotspurs. Eintracht Frankfurt take on SSC Napoli. Borussia Dortmund will be taking on Chelsea. And we've also got Inter versus Porto and PSG taking on Bayern. Now, there was a lot of standout ones there. I think Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea. Obviously, PSG, Bayern, Liverpool, Real Madrid. Man City, Leipzig is going to be an interesting one. But I also think Eintracht Frankfurt against Napoli is going to be a cracking tie because they're both doing really, really well. They're both high-flying. Frankfurt obviously qualifying, obviously from Europa League winners, obviously. Napoli are just magnificent. Disappointing you didn't do a prediction stream for this. It would have to been yesterday, and I wasn't available yesterday, unfortunately, so I haven't had time. Has the famous Daddy got up yet? Is that what you want about? Well, I was out all day yesterday with Mia, so there you go. Has the famous Daddy got up yet? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, my dad's downstairs, half asleep, mind. But, yes. Well, if you just joined us, you have just missed the UEFA Champions League draw, but I will go through the ties once again for you all. Confirmation of the UEFA Champions League round of 16 draw. The ties are RB Leipzig versus Manchester City, Club Brugge versus SL Benfica, Liverpool versus Real Madrid, AC Milan versus Tottenham Hotspurs, Eintracht Frankfurt taken on SSC Napoli, Borussia Dortmund taken on Chelsea FC, Inter Milan taken on FC Porto, and finally Paris Saint-Germain taken on FC Bayern München. I know my Bayern mate Jack is going to enjoy that because he wanted that.
Ja, ich freue mich.
So I've just clicked on the voice message. Revenge time for Bayern, hopefully. Upcoming things. Not a lot. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to do the Bubba game. I highly doubt I'll be able to do the Bubba game, so I can never access the red button. So there you go. It's UEFA Champions League draw then. PSG Bayern, not happy with it, but I suppose it's revenge time for Bayern. Stay tuned, because coming up in the next half an hour, we've got the UEFA Europa League draw. But in the meantime, let's go and have a little break. And I'll see you in a bit for the Europa League draw. Very good, get me teeth in. Very good morning if you have just tuned in for the UEFA Europa League draw. We've just had the UEFA Champions League draw there, and that was a very interesting draw. We've had some cracking ties. RB Leipzig taking on Man City, and everyone's saying Man City getting an easy tie. I wouldn't say RB Leipzig is an easy tie at the moment, because RB Leipzig is actually doing rather well. Certainly Timo Werner and Christopher Nkunku actually playing rather well at the moment. We've got the UEFA Europa League draw coming up very, very soon indeed. And obviously, this is the playoff draw, not the round of 16 draw. So the teams that finished top of the group stage go into the round of 16 draw. But this is the teams that finished second in the groups, taking on the teams that finished third in the UEFA Champions League. So we have got some cracking teams coming up, and hopefully some cracking ties. Manchester United sadly didn't finish top of the group because of a bloody penalty, which in a way actually did cost them, and they couldn't get a second goal at Wales Sociedad. Not only that, though, we've got teams like Barcelona, Barcelona, Juventus, Ajax, Sevilla, the record Europa League champions, all coming in from the Champions League. So we should have some cracking ties prepared. I'm going to give you the two pots in a moment. Harry Doherty's not happy with Dortmund. Bye. Hopefully he's bye to Dortmund though. I'm going to get the Europa League pot up, just so I can put it in on here. And just to let you know, by the way, if you have just joined us, welcome. Please do drop a like. Let us know where you let me know where you're watching from. Because I know we do have a lot of people, certainly with the Europa League Conference League, we have people watching from all over the world. Obviously, I'm live in the United Kingdom, but it's always great to know where people are watching from. And ideally, don't put the name of the town or whatever you're actually from. Unless obviously it's a city in a well-known city, because we've had someone saying, I'm watching from so-and-so, and I'm like, where the hell's that? And it's somewhere in like India or something. I've never heard of it. So, yeah, if you are watching from outside the UK, please put either, your nearest capital city, whatever, put your city or whatever, or if you don't live in a city, just put the country you're watching from. Dortmund is fine, could be worse. I mean, we've got bloody PSG watching from my bed. Duh, really? Would never have guessed. Right. So pot one consists of the 8 teams that finished second in the Europa League group stage. I will give you all of them teams now for you all. And obviously the draw won't start till after 12 o'clock. So we'll be doing all this, having a bit of a chat again, and then we'll be having another break before we actually get started with the draw at just after 12 o'clock today. So Manchester United in pot one, because they didn't finish ahead of Sociedad because of head-to-head, which was daft. FC Midtjylland, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I never know how to pronounce them. They finished second as well. Monaco, another good side in there. FC Nantes of France as well. PSV Eindhoven, another quality side. I don't think there's one team that people can say aren't a good team in this. There's loads of great teams. Roma in there, and of course Union Berlin as well. They were top of the league in the Bundesliga. They've now dropped to second because they lost. They got absolutely demolished by Leverkusen. Happy days. Pot two consists of all the Champions League sides, which are Ajax of Amsterdam, FC Barcelona, Juventus, Salzburg. I would take on Salzburg any day, or Ajax even. Sevilla, Shakhtar Donetsk, and finally Sporting Lisbon. So they are all the teams featuring in the Uefa Europa League playoff draw. So reminder, pot 1, Man United, Midtjylland, Monaco, FC Nantes, that is how it's pronounced, by the way, PSV Eindhoven, Wene, Roma, Union Berlin, and in pot 2 is AFC Ajax, Barcelona, Juventus, Salzburg, Sevilla, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Sporting Lisbon. So anyone who supports any of these teams, you can let me know who you think you'll get, who you want. Barca is facing Juve. No. And this is where I explain. The teams from the same pot cannot play against each other. So Barcelona, obviously in pot 2, cannot play against any of the teams in pot 2. So Barcelona will be playing the team in pot 1. And obviously teams from pot 1 cannot play against each other either. Now, teams also from the same nation cannot play against each other either. And that stands really for Ajax and PSV Eindhoven. Ajax cannot play against PSV Eindhoven because they're in the same league. Also, there is a rule where teams from Ukraine and Russia can't play against each other, but there's no Russian clubs in it because of what's been going on. Juventus cannot play against Roma because they're from the same league. And I don't think anyone else matters. No. So, apart from that, there's nothing else really to it. So, teams from the same pot can't play against each other. So, teams from pot 1 can't play against each other. Teams from pot 2 can't. So, Manchester United can get anyone from pot 2, which consists of Ajax. So, Man United could get Ajax, Barca, Juventus, Salzburg, Sevilla, Shakhtar, Sporting Lisbon, could get any of them. I wouldn't mind playing Sporting Lisbon because obviously Ronaldo returning against, well, I think his boyhood club actually, but also I would like to see Union Berlin get Barcelona, and that'd be a cracking tie. Or even Ajax, I'd happily take on Ajax to be honest with you, because I think we'd beat Ajax any day of the week. The way Ajax are playing the crap, so we'd beat them. The one team I want United to avoid is Sevilla, some of the teams I want to avoid. Sevilla, Barcelona, Juventus. Do not want to play against Sevilla, and I'll tell you why. Because Sevilla are the most successful team in the UEFA Europa League since it first started. And they are the team that have won it the most times. So I do not want Sevilla. Barcelona wouldn't be too bad. I mean, Barcelona would be a cracking tie, but we'd probably lose that. Juventus, we'd probably beat them the way they're playing. So, and obviously Ronaldo playing against one of his former teams. But I'd rather avoid Barcelona or Sevilla. Maybe not Juventus. Juventus would be probably okay, but I'd rather avoid Barcelona and Sevilla at all costs, because United have a terrible record against Spanish clubs as well. And Sevilla are one of the teams that have knocked United out in the past. So Barcelona. So we'll see what happens. Hope United get Ajax. I'd take Ajax. Beyond just after 12, non-United will get shafted and get a hard draw. Just send me a message when you're ready to come on. I shall send you the StreamYard link. I think United will get Leverkusen. Leverkusen aren't in this. Leverkusen aren't in this. No, Leverkusen are not in this draw, pal. I think you're... Oh, they are. Have I missed... I've missed out Leverkusen. What a pillock. I'm glad you reminded. I'm glad you actually told me that. I completely missed them. I thought Leverkusen... I didn't know. I thought Leverkusen weren't in this. Oh, never mind. So they could play Leverkusen. Well, I thought it looked odd. I thought there was only 7 teams there. Oh, thanks for telling me. I completely cocked up there. Good morning. You crazy? Yeah, I just completely missed Leverkusen out. So there you go. Right. Oh, hang on. Me German mate, me Bayern mate just sent me a message here. What's Jack's idea? PSG losgeht. Morgen und 18 Uhr für den Initial. Ja. Ja, 18 Uhr ist sehr gut. Where's Arsenal? I'm confused. This is a playoff draw, so teams who finish second in the Europa League take on teams that come down from the Champions League. Arsenal are into the knockout, into the round of 16 draw, which won't be until about February time. So there we go. Right, stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple of minutes to hopefully get the draw on the way. In the meantime, here's a bit of music. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along if you have just tuned in to today's stream. It is time now for the UEFA Europa League draw for the playoffs. And this is where we have teams from the Champions League taking on the second place teams in the Europa League. This is where it gets very interesting. It's one of the new additions to the UEFA competitions, where they have the teams that drop in from the Champions League go into the Europa League, and they take on the team who finished second. So you needed to finish top to actually qualify for the round of 16s. And it has made it a bit difficult for teams, but it's also made it very, very interesting. And if you just joined us again, if you were in the stream earlier on before the break and you just joined us again, very welcome back. And if you just joined us for the very first time today, if you have joined us for the first time today, a very warm welcome to today's stream. My name's Daryl Johnson, live from the United Kingdom. Greetings from the UK if you're watching from a different country. Be great to see everyone in the stream. And make sure you get your comments in the live chat. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching from abroad, if you're not watching from the United Kingdom, let us know where you're watching from. We just had a very entertaining Champions League draw. RB Leipzig's taking on Man City. Liverpool getting Real Madrid. Bye to them. Also, we've got Bayern. They are taking on PSG. We've got Tottenham taking on AC Milan, I think it is. We've also got Chelsea taking on Borussia Dortmund. So we'll see what happens here. So I'm just sending a message. Let me know your thoughts on the thumbnail, by the way. It is a thumbnail I've used before, mind. But it's now time for the UEFA Europa League draw. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Remember that in the finals? Yes. Liverpool didn't win any of them. And let's hope they don't win this time either. Goodbye, Scousers. So we have a quick reminder, of course, that there are two pots, and pot one consists of the Europa League group runners-up, which are, of course, Manchester United, Midtjylland, Monaco, FC Nantes, PSV Eindhoven, Rennes, Roma, and Union Berlin. And pot two consists of the teams that have dropped from the UEFA Champions League, which are, of course, coming up on the bottom of your screen there, Ajax of Amsterdam, Barcelona, Bayer Leverkusen, Juventus, Salzburg, Sevilla, the record champions, Shakhtar Donetsk, and also Sporting Lisbon. Now, there's some cracking teams in there. I mean, Barcelona back in the Europa League again. And I believe if you lose these ties, you go into the Conference League. But I don't know whether that's the case or not. I think it used to be. Oh, no, it can't be. That's what it was before, but then I think they added it to the Conference League as well. No, I think if you lose, you're out of Europe completely. I don't think you will go into the Conference League, because Conference League will have 16 teams as well. So, yeah, there you go. Anyways, this is Europa League draw, the playoff draw. The road to Budapest starts here with the playoffs, with the teams from Champions League taking on the teams in the Europa League. You'd think the teams from the Champions League would have the upper hand. It's not always the case, because there's some teams in there that, yes, are quality sides, but aren't doing particularly well. Juventus, wouldn't surprise me if Juventus got knocked out. Wouldn't surprise me if Union Berlin got through to the knockouts. You know, it's difficult to really say who's going to go through and who's going to go out. Wouldn't surprise me, depending on who Barcelona get. Barcelona could get knocked out. Certainly if it's Union Berlin they're against someone like that. Real Madrid win 15 if Real Madrid win Champions League again, they will get their 15th Champions League trophy. Unbelievable record, isn't it? It is quite an unbelievable record. We should be joined at some point by Mr. Liam Martin. Right. Man U v Barcelona. And I know a lot of people are saying United to get Barcelona. Would be, it would just be typical. It would be a classic rigged draw. Don't want United pulling Barca, but Barcelona and Sevilla, who I'd rather United avoided, to be honest with you. Anyone but Sevilla and Barca, obviously Sevilla record champions. I don't think anyone really wants to come up against them. And Barcelona, I mean, it's a good tie for a lot of teams, but the United, they don't really want that. Sultan Guerra is the 2023 final ambassador, the man who featured, I think, in the Europa League final with Fulham all those years ago, back when Fulham were actually a good side. So if you have just tuned in, this is the Europa League draw. Very warm welcome to the stream. I'm Daryl Johnson, live from the United Kingdom. If you're not from the United Kingdom and you're watching abroad, let us know which country you are watching from, and greetings from the UK. So the teams in pot 1 are the Europa League teams. Teams in pot 2 are the Champions League teams. And a quick reminder of the regulations. Teams from the same group, teams from the same pot, I beg your pardon, cannot play against each other. So teams from pot 1 cannot play against each other. Teams from pot 2 can't play against each other. And also, teams from the same league cannot play against each other either. So Ajax cannot play PSV Eindhoven. They're from the Dutch league. Union Berlin and Bayer Leverkusen cannot play against each other either. And of course, Barca Sevilla can't play each other anyway because one, they're in the same league, and two, they're in the same pot. But apart from that, there's nothing else to really say. They do have a rule with Ukrainian and Russian teams, but obviously there's no Russian teams in it because of what's been going on with you know who. So there you go. But there's some good teams in now. I mean, Monaco are half decent. PSV done decent. Union Berlin are doing unbelievably at the minute this season. Ajax are falling apart at the moment. They're doing well in the Eredivisie, but they're falling apart in Europe. Barca, diabolical at the moment. Juventus, I don't know what's happened to them. They're falling apart in the league and in Europe now. Sporting Lisbon, it'd be good if United got Sporting, because Ronaldo against his boyhood club, obviously, would be very, very interesting to see how that one panned out. But keep getting your comments in the live chat. Who do you want your team, or who do you want to get in the draw? They're playing a show on CVFM, so I'm just watching the video on Person Show. Oh, right. Okay, that's nice. Should be joined by Liam Martin very, very soon indeed. But we've got the draw coming up in a moment. So, the very best of luck to all the teams in this group, in the Uefa Europa League draw. I believe they will be doing pot 2 first, followed by pot 1. So the pot 2 teams will have the home ties first, which means that United will be getting an away tie to start off with, followed by a home tie in the second leg at Old Trafford. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm left as well.
Yeah, that's my joke.
We shouldn't say it then, should you?
Well, there you go. Did you see the Champions League draw?
Ow. Hey?
See the Champions League draw then?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's goodbye Liverpool, I think. And also, yes. I think a lot of people think Bayern are going to get demolished by PSG. But let's not forget that Bayern played PSG before, drew 3-3 and went out on the away goals. And PSG are at home for the first leg. So if Bayern can get themselves anything at PSG, and just finish them off at home, Bayern are normally pretty good at home. We're going to have the draw starting off. It is actually, I beg your pardon, the first pot that's going to actually be drawn first, which means United will be at home first, which is bad news for us.
Great.
Wait by second.
That's a bad thing.
Yeah. So it's going to be Europa League teams and the Champions League third place teams. But that's what's meant to
I
be.
wanted to be away. I wanted to be away first, not home.
Oh no, beg your pardon. They're just saying which teams are going to be drawn.
Oh.
No, they're actually drawing the Champions League teams first. So United will get an away tie first.
Oh, good, lovely. Hopefully, an easy one.
It'd be Barca probably. So, ladies and gentlemen, time now for the Uefa League draw. First team, is FC Barcelona.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
They can play against any of the pot 1 teams.
This is when United comes out.
Yeah. Barcelona, the first team out. Give them Union Berlin. Give them Union. Hope you know everyone.
It's happened, didn't it?
What did I say? Yeah.
We got him in way.
United are off to the new camp. Why do we get why are we always getting the rigged ties? Freaking Barcelona of all teams. Really, Tottenham have got a pretty easy tie against AC Milan. That's a lot of balls at. The one team that we didn't want and we got them, of course. Tossers. Really former Fulham player as well. Former Fulham players doing the draw as well. So United get Barca. You toss pots. Didn't want that at all. We probably won't win at the new camp, but we should win at Old Trafford. Then again, we might get something at new camp because Barca aren't that good at the moment. FC Nantes will be playing Juventus. Bye. I tell you what, though, that's going to be a cracking tie, though. United, bloody Barca. Oh, not what we wanted, but it's going to be a cracking tie.
They rigged it. As soon as Barca came out, they rigged it.
As soon as Barca came out, we're like, yeah, here we go. It's going to be... Well, here we go. It's going to be United. Yes. We always get a tough tie. We never get an easy tie, do we? I mean, then again, we had an easy group, but we couldn't even get past Sociedad, who were literally... Sociedad were crap. We couldn't even get past them, so... But then again, Barcelona aren't particularly brilliant. But our record against Spanish clubs, again... Our record against Spanish clubs is terrible. Midtjylland. FC Midtjylland will be playing... they're playing away at Sporting. Bye-bye. Goodbye to them.
We never get...
We always get the hardest tie. They don't want United to do well in Europe. That's always the case.
Yeah.
People wonder why United do terrible in Europe. Because we get the toughest ties. But, as they all say, you have to beat the best to be the winner.
Mm-hmm.
You have to beat the best to be the best. But then again, Barcelona aren't even the best. So, we could probably beat them. But if we lose, we're out of Europe. So...
What? It's only one leg? Or is it away?
It's 2 legs, but we lose out of Europe. So... To be honest, we probably won't win at the new camp, but if we get anything at the new camp, beat them at Old Trafford. But I think we'll just go... I think what we'll do is we'll go defensive at the new camp. We'll go very defensive at the new camp. And then at Old Trafford, we'll just go for them. We'll just go for them. I mean, this is a team that you need to really attack against because their defence is dire. Oh, and the losing PK, don't forget that as well. Oh, who Plymouth got in the next round of the FA Cup? Who's still out? ACI, the next team out. They obviously cannot play against PSV Eindhoven. It's obviously same league. So you can play Roma, Union, or Monaco. This has got an interesting tie. This has got Union written all over. Come on, Union. See if Union can got an itchy leg. See if Union can get them. Who will Ajax? That's an annoying tie for us, isn't it? Yeah! INFC Union Berlin will be taking on AFC Ajax. Ooh, that is a cracking tie. That's going to be a cracking tie. But Barcelona United is going to be the one that everyone's just going to watch for. Because all the rivals are just going to want Barca to smash us. But then again, Barca aren't even good. They're absolutely crap at the moment. I mean, the struggle to beat Pilsen. PSV, Roma, and Monaco can play against Bayer Leverkusen. Who will Leverkusen be playing? Are we going to have Germany versus? Is it going to be Holland versus Germany again? Is it going to be PSV Eindhoven? Who are Leverkusen going to be playing then? Oh, it's a tough tie. That's a tough tie for Bayer Leverkusen. It's AS Monaco. Tough tie, that. Leverkusen, Monaco. Very tough tie, that. To call.
Competition 6 times, lifting the trophy. 2 possible opponents for Sevilla.
Mark Goldbridge is an happy saying these draws are a joke. So easy to just follow the ball of United and draw it. Who's the next team?
It's okay for you.
Eindhoven. Bloody hell, that is small now.
Lily literally texted me and saying, I was in regular, oh shit, she's going to be alone.
Are they in Calvin now?
No, they're still like running the best.
FC Salzburg. Oh, PSV have got Sevilla. Bye! At least we didn't get Sevilla, because if we'd have got Sevilla, we'd have been out immediately. And Salzburg take on Roma. So that, again, is the draw complete. And that is a frustrating draw, because these are the ties. Barcelona taking on Manchester United. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's a frustrating tie, that bloody Barcelona of all teams.
It's winnable. If we can get a result in the new camp, happy days.
I mean, if we don't get if we get tonked at the new camp, you can just say bye, because we won't. Because if we get tonked at new camp, we won't get back in the game at Old Trafford. But there is no away goal, so even if we get an away goal, it means naff all. Barcelona take on Manchester United, which I'm paid off about. I won't be going to that, because I've been to Barcelona camp, and Barcelona itself, yes, it's a nice place, but it's full of that. It's a very historic place, but it's not an amazing place, Barcelona. Juventus take on FC Nantes. Sporting Club de Portugal take on FC Midtjylland. Shakhtar Donetsk take on Stade Rennais. Ajax take on INFC Union Berlin. That's going to be a bloody tough tie for them. Leverkusen take on Monaco. The record holders Sevilla take on PSV Eindhoven. And FC Salzburg take on AS Roma. So, tough ties. And
I've got to say, college chip. I was talking about this. I've got to say, college chips. College chips are cracking there. Let's be honest.
Oh, you want to have the ones at Middlesbrough College? The ones at Middlesbrough College taste like they've been microwaved 4 times. Shakhtar, Stade Rennais, Juve, Nantes. Obviously, Barca United's going to be the main one to look out for. The only English team in it. Difficult ties. Very, very difficult ties. I'm pretty annoyed at the fact that we've got the
You
toughest
say goodbye
tie.
to these. You say goodbye to these chips. Bye. Actually, get them in the bin. They won't go in the bin.
No, the say, Liam, don't put me in the bin. Terry Tom. Where have you been? Have you been? Yeah, don't talk about
FA Cup draw tonight. Joy.
Aye. And ball numbers I think have been announced.
What did you say?
Aye. You nearly went. Where are we? I think the ball numbers should have actually been announced for the FA Cup draw. Well,
Yeah, they've already been announced.
Don't forget, we are back live tonight. We are back live tonight at 7 o'clock for the FA Cup draw. The UEFA FA Cup draw.
Yeah, I know, man.
The FA Cup draw. Let's see if I can find. Let's see if I can find me balls. See if we can find the balls. Bye.
Yeah, the FA Cup.
Yeah, the replays are yet to be confirmed.
And Torquay won't be on TV.
No. Second round proper, by the way. The second round games will be taking place on the 26th of November. And trying to find the ball numbers. Fun.
Maybe I should get diagnosed.
If you're wondering, Liam's at college.
Yes.
Yeah, same. More kids I have ADHD. And how hyper I am. What?
Right, ball numbers, here we go. Ball numbers, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're interested in the FA Cup, then have a listen to these. Don't forget, I'll give them tonight as well. But if you're not interested in the FA Cup, the Europa League draw has finished. But do stay tuned, of course, because we've got the UEFA Conference League draw coming up.
I would have cared about it if we won, but no.
Well, you might be interested to see who wins, I guess. Oh,
Yeah,
my phone's done it again. My phone's crashed and gone off when it's on 33%. Why does it do that? Right. Let's try again.
I know all of them, and I'm sorry that they do not think it.
Right, let's try this again.
You have to do what time in.
Right. Barnsley's website's got the ball numbers.
I'll join you for the draw. I'll join you for the draw tonight, by the way.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in the FA Cup draw, the ball numbers have been announced. These are your ball numbers. One of the people in the background, shut up.
They literally made me do all of them. Oh, I've done that before.
Carry on.
I would not give up. Well, I didn't want to do it. I'm like, come on.
Let me turn your mic down. I don't really want to be hearing them in the background. As I was saying, you shouldn't have joined when you were at college because this was going to happen. Anyways, so the draw's live from 7 o'clock tonight, and these are your ball numbers. Number 1, Forest Green Rovers. 2, Barnsley. 3, Boreham Wood. 4 Curzon Ashton or Cambridge, 5 Dagenham and Wedbridge, 6 Accrington Stanley, 7 Solihull or Hartlepool, 8 AFC Fylde or Gillingham. Number 9 is Peterborough or Salford. 10 is Farnborough, caused a massive shock. 11 Grimsby Town or would have been Plymouth, caused a big shock by smashing Plymouth. Number 12 is MK Dons. To be honest, I wouldn't say it's a shock. Number 12 is MK Dons. 13 Epsom United. 14 Carlisle United. 15 Bracknell or Ipswich. They play tonight. 16 Chippenham Town beat Lincoln. 17 Sheffield Wednesday. 18 Portsmouth. 19 Shrewsbury Town. 20 is Waterside. Buxton. Buxton Water, as I call them. 21, Charlton Athletic. 22 is AFC Wimbledon or Weymouth. Number 23 is Newport County. 24, Stockport County. 25, Kings Lynn Towns. Really shocked Doncaster Rovers. Sad shame. 26 is Stevenage. 27, Fleetwood. 28, Burton. 29, Harrogate. 30 is Exeter. 31, Torquay or Derby. Went to a replay after a last-minute equaliser. 32 Bristol Rovers, 33 33 Walsall, 34 Wrexham, 35 Crewe, 36 Barnet or Chelmsford, 37 is Woking or Oxford. That game got postponed due to weather. 38 Chesterfield, 39 Alvechurch beat Cheltenham. Unbelievable result for them. And number 40, Mansfield. What about Women's Field? Right. You can unmute now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going into a different room.
Good. What about Women's Field? And obviously Weymouth. We'll see if Weymouth can get themselves through to the next round. Jack sent me a voice message. Do stay tuned, by the way, if you're still on the stream, stay tuned because we are going to be staying on for the UEFA Conference League draw, which will be coming up in about 30-odd minutes' time. But in the meantime, let's actually let's unfortunately talk about Aston Villa. The Unai Emery masterclass. It always, whenever we play against Unai Emery, he always has a good evening against us, doesn't he? It's every single time. Did it with Villarreal. He did it with Villarreal. Did it with Arsenal. We never seem to win against Unai Emery, do we? It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
He shouldn't beat us in the what was it, the Uefa Cup? Yeah. You shouldn't beat us in that. We should win that.
What a good name for a team. Forge FC.
We should win in the EFL Cup, to be honest, because it's at Old Trafford. So we should win that game.
How are United fans happy about getting the Barcelona? Ipswich Town have a higher average attendance this season than Norwich City. That's hilarious. Ipswich Town have a higher average attendance this season than Championship rivals Norwich by 42. No, by 52. Right. Now, Southampton are in talks with Luton Town manager Nathan Jones. Oh, shame. What a pity. So he could be going in. Oh, well. Looks like Nathan Jones could be going to Southampton as their new manager, because they have just sacked, obviously, Ralph Hasenhuttl, so I'll be the same to him. What a shame. All right. So, the draw is complete, by the way. If you just tuned in, you missed the draw. We have got Manchester United taking on Barcelona. We've got PSV taking on Sevilla. Juventus taking on FC Nantes, I believe. Union Berlin taking on Ajax, etc. So, some cracking ties there. I'll be back in about half an hour with the Uefa Europa Conference League draw. But for now, bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in for the UEFA Conference League draw, a very good afternoon from the United Kingdom today. My name's Devil Johnson. Great to have your company on this Monday afternoon today. Me and Mr. Liam Martin here with you. Well, I don't know how long Liam's going to be there for, but we'll see for the full draw. It's the UEFA Conference League draw.
Yeah,
Now, the draw works the same as the UEFA Europa League draw. If you just tuned in again from the Europa League draw, welcome back to the stream. And if you just tuned in for the first time, one, where have you been? And two, thanks for joining. And obviously, just a quick reminder, of course, don't forget, me and Mr. Liam Martin are live tonight on here for the FA Cup. And he said the UEFA Cup again. For the FA Cup second round draw. 40 teams left in the FA Cup at the moment. 20 will go through and then joined by the other teams from the Championship and the Premier League.
To be honest, even though Argo's not in it, I'll still join the stream. But as long as Grimsby get a tough tie, I don't really care.
Grimsby, Exeter, probably.
Oh yeah, bloody hell no.
You'd have got Exeter. Would have been great.
What teams come into it in round 2? Any Championship or not?
No teams come in round 2 because we had 80 teams in round 1. It's just the teams that qualify from round 2. That qualify from round 1 that are in round 2. Round 3 is where you have the 20 teams qualifying from round 2, and then you have all 20. Then you have the all 20 Prem clubs and the Championship clubs. 54 teams. So you have you should have all the Premier League and Championship teams coming in.
So if we would have got through, we would have highly likely would have got a National League team. But no,
City probably. If you got to round 3, you'd have got City probably.
That's happy days.
Yeah.
To Manchester.
Did you lose? Wound up merchant. Yeah, it's fine. Good.
But
right.
to be honest, if we ever get to round, say for next year, hopefully we go to the Championship, then we're definitely in round 3.
Yeah, you win round 3 if you're in the Championship.
Yeah, because then we have a highly likely chance of getting Spurs, United. Oh, if we get United one day, that'll be the dream. No thanks.
No thanks. You'd probably beat us, mate. We never perform in the cup.
True.
It would be a long trip.
Mate, we can't.
It'd be a long trip, and it'd be a long trip, and on the BBC, you'd be having to travel on. You'd be having to play an evening match or something, or a 12 o'clock kickoff.
Mate, you think we'd beat Borough? We can't even beat Grimsby.
If you win the championship, it might be a bit different, but yeah, it's fine.
If we get to the Championship, the teams I'd want away for FA Cup would be Spurs, United, City, West Ham. Who else is in London? Chelsea. I don't mind Chelsea. I'll have them again.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get. If we ever get Chelsea again, hopefully I can get in the bloody away end this time. Because the limbs was incredible. But yeah.
Yeah, shame you lost.
Oh,
you didn't deserve to lose that either. That was the tough.
No. And then missing the penalty just made it more frustrating.
I know. Tell me about it.
And funny enough, when we got the penalty, if we scored it, I would have cheered anyway, even though it's in the Chelsea end. Nobody would have said anything because I would have just knocked them out.
I think they would have done. I think you'd have got snapped.
No, I wouldn't have. I'd just say there's no way of getting in the Argyle end, so we had to sit in the Chelsea end.
You busy? Yes, I'm on a stream. What is it anyway? Oh, sorry. What is it? I just need the thing from the bed.
bedroom, but okay, I'll do it later.
What thing for me? What thing?
The grey chocolate book on
The tub.
wardrobe, yeah.
Right. I'm going to go for a break soon anyway, so if you give me a moment, then I can try and get it done. Right. It's all a bit hectic because my brother-in-law, my sister's now back home, but she's actually working on the Polar Express again. I'm not, well, I might be working in the Polar Express shop at some point, if not, or might be reserved for the Polar Express, but I might be doing it at some point. But if I do, that's World Cup completely out of the window. But then again, I'd rather be earning money than sitting on my ass doing out at the end of the day, wouldn't you? So, you know, you blame me.
Better than watching England.
Any day of the week. The third place teams. Just by the way, just say it was a moment if you're in the live chat. Get your comments in chat, by the way. We're company getting all the teams in. What are you doing? I'm trying to get all the teams in on.
What am I doing? No, what am I doing? Nothing.
I don't know if you were moving your camera or something. I'll let it.
No.
There's some decent teams in this draw, by the way. Braga, Lazio. Oh, that was the game yesterday, Braga. I know Lazio won.
Yeah. West Ham. West Ham's in the draw.
No, they're not, because they finished top.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. So where are they now then? In the...
They're in around the 16 draw.
Oh, when's that?
Not until Feb.
Oh, right.
The playoff games are in. The good thing is we've got time to actually prepare for Barca. The playoff games are not until the middle of Feb.
Oh, happy days. That's joy.
Which is probably bad news because it could be bad news because I'm going to Munich, hopefully, in February. So, Spa.
Do we know what date?
Well, I've already told you what
Do we
day,
know what?
but it's not been confirmed.
No.
Because I haven't booked it yet.
Yeah, I know.
He wants
No,
he wants that great tub off the thing. Right, you keep talking. I'll talk to you from over there while I'm just lifting something.
I wasn't on about that. I was on about the Barcelona date.
Oh, Barcelona. So, because we were saying we were going to Munich, and she said, "Oh, what day is that?" Something like I think the 17th and the 23rd or something like the 16th and 23rd.
All right, cool.
The second thing I'm pretty sure is the day before I go to Munich.
Oh, good.
Jesus. Oh. Can someone come and open the door? Someone open the door. I've currently got it.
We're doing it tomorrow, put it back.
I've got it.
Do it tomorrow.
Joe.
I would be careful because there's balls in place in there, so you don't want to.
Oh, I'll be bowled over.
You don't want to break it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ow. Getting away of pigments on the screen there. Right. Oh.
Yep, bye.
He's in getting it. He said, "Oh, we're doing it tomorrow." Would tell me that, man, wouldn't he? Tells me that when I'm currently trying to hold the bloody very heavy tub.
He's like, I'm coming out of Albert.
Could have just took it while I was at it. Never mind. I don't know. Right. I have done the pots. I'll put them up on the screen for you now at the very bottom. So pot 1 consists of the Conference League group runners-up, which are Anderlecht of Belgium, FC Basel of Switzerland, or as I like to call them, the Herb Club.
Yeah.
Basil's a herb,
Right.
isn't it? Or Basil Bush. Whoa.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Oh, that's a terrible impression. Just one of them booms. CFR Cluj of Romania. Dnipro -1. I'm just going to call them Dnipro of Ukraine. Hello, black screen. I'll wait till he's come back on. Fiorentina of Italy, Ghent of Belgium, Lech Poznan of Poland, and Partizan Belgrade of Serbia. Pot 2 consists of the third place sides from the UEFA Europa League. There we go. Bye! I'm guessing he's had to go. The third place teams from the UEFA Europa League that have come down to the Conference League are AK Larnaca of Cyprus. Oh, hello. You're back. AK Larnaca, Bodo Glimt, Braga, Lazio, Ludogorets, Karabakh, Azerbaijan, Sheriff Tiraspol, and Trabzonspor. So some interesting teams there. So we could have Fiorentina taking on Trabzonspor maybe, or Bodo Glimt taking on Anderlecht or something. So could have some. Well, a lot of people said awful ties, but could have some interesting ties. There'll be some difficult ones to actually call. Wouldn't surprise me if Bodo Glimt get to the knockouts again. Obviously, they did last time, didn't they? And beat Warmer. Something like, what was the score against Warmer? I mean, I think they got knocked out in the end. Or did they? No, I think they beat them in the end, didn't they? Duck impression that the karaoke was dreadful. I know it was cack. You know. So yeah, quick reminder before we go for another break. Teams from the same league and the teams from the same pot cannot play against each other. So teams from pot 1 can't play against each other. Teams from pot 2 can't play against each other. And also Lazio and Fiorentina, teams from the same league or nation, cannot play against each other either. Teams from Ukraine and Russia can't play against each other either, but that is not the case here because they're all gone. These are all rules. So no side can face each other from the same nation association. And the legs are going to be the 16th of Feb and the 23rd of Feb. The winners of the 8 tie. The winners of the 8 ties will be joining the 8 UEFA Conference League groups. Group winners in the round of 16, with draw commencing on the 24th of February. Oh, yes, the day I go to Munich. The losers are going to be out of the European competitions for good, and the final is going to be taking place in the Eden Arena, the home of Slavia Prague.
So what about the Champions League draw then for the next round? Does that be the same day?
That'll be the Thursday.
Thursday?
No, the Champions League. Sorry, no. I don't know when the Champions League is even going to be taking place. I don't know when the Champions League is going to even take place because it's around the 16. So the quarterfinals, I don't know. Let's not go there. Ties, of course, will be taking place over 2 legs. Seeded teams at home in the second legs. Ties level after 180 minutes. After 180 minutes. Ties level after 180 minutes will go to extra time. You mean after 90 minutes? Oh, after 180 minutes on aggregate, sorry. We'll go to extra time in respect of the number of goals each team has scored home and away. If the teams cannot be separated after that, we go to a penalty shootout. Yeah, we all know that. So the only rule is no side from the same nation can play against each other. So Lazio cannot play against Fiorentina. And no one else matters. So it's practically an open draw. Anyone can get anyone from either pot. So we'll see what happens there. Going to be taking place very, very soon indeed. But before the draw starts, we're going to go for a very quick break. But still to come, we've got the UEFA Europa League playoff draw. We'll be back with you in about 8.5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back now. It is time for the Europa Conference League draw for the playoff rounds to get underway. We are obviously just going to go through the teams once again that are featuring in the draw. Yeah, don't use NCS because barely any of them are.
When was they copyrighted then? What year? This year?
They've been copyrighted. They've been copyrighted over a year.
What? So Heroes Tonight's still non-copyrighted? That's mental.
I mean, Heroes Tonight might be copyrighted, but it never seems to come up saying that. So I don't know. If you just joined us again for the Europa Conference League, welcome back. If you just joined us for the first time, hello, I'm Darryl Johnson. Pleasure to have your company on this Monday afternoon. Thank you very much for tuning in. Joined by Mr. Liam Martin there, who's currently at college. So I don't know how long he's going to be here for. But looking forward to seeing who gets who in this draw. Reminder of the teams. Spot 1 consists of the Conference League runners-up, which are Anderlecht, Basel, CFR Cluj, Dnipro, Fiorentina, Ghent, Lech Poznan, Partizan Belgrade. Pot 2 consists of the... Pot 2 consists of the Europa League third-place teams that have come down. And those teams are AEK Larnaca, Bodo Glimt, Braga, Lazio, Ludogorets, Karabag, Sheriff Tiraspol, and Trabzonspor. So those are the teams. They're the 16 teams that are going to be drawn today. And of course, the teams from... the teams that are drawn first will most likely be the Europa League teams, meaning that the Europa League teams will have a home tie first, and then the away tie will be the Conference League sides. So we'll see what happens there. Oh, dear Lord. So we've seen some interesting ties in some of the draws. Champions League, probably the best round of 16 draw we've probably ever had. If that song's never been copyrighted, then it probably isn't. Oh, there he is, the guy who looks like Sven-Goran Eriksson. Giorgio Machetti. Never looks any different, does he? If you just joined, draw should be coming up very, very soon. The road to Prague, the capital of Czech Republic, the road to Prague begins here with the playoff draw. And we have our first Slovakian. I wondered if we'd have a Slovakian or a Serbian in the chat today. Slovan Bratislava. They are not in this draw, mate. Unless they're in the Conference League, unless they're in the round of 16 draw, but I don't think they are. But Bratislava are not in this draw. Thank you very much for joining anyway. I assume you, I guess.
I've just sent you a photo, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, it is then.
Really?
If it's got all them things down the bottom, then yes. I assume it is so. But if you've used it before and you've never got hit with a copyright, then just go with it. Vladimir Schmieser is going to be the Europa Conference League final ambassador. I mean, if you've never been copyrighted with that, then just go with it.
No,
2005 champion
I've
Liverpool.
I've never put that on stream for a song. I've never used it, but I've watched the
No, I can,
FPL
I
live
can,
stream.
right,
He
so
used
I can sort you out a sort of a back soon screen or some
Yeah.
sort.
As I was saying, he says FPL live stream I watch. He uses that exact song. He's never been copyrighted for it, so
Oh, well, there you go then. But I don't tend to use NCS because they're
Yeah.
very unreliable anyway.
that's not NTS.
Is that not NCS? Is it not NCS? Yes, it is NCS. It is NCS. That photo you've sent me is NCS. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
Yes, it's non-copyright sounds. It's NCS.
Yeah, but he's never been copyrighted for it, so that's a good thing.
Oh, well. Just doing something while we're waiting for the draw to start. They're just currently yakking as usual. They spend all day yakking. We commanded that obviously only one thing to really say is teams from the same nation can't play against each other, but that only applies to Fiorentina and Lazio because there isn't two teams from Ukraine, etc. So, time for the draw to hopefully get underway soon. And thanks everyone who's joined us today, by the way. And if you've been in the stream since the start, fair play. Thank you very much. Thanks very much for tuning in today. It's been a bit of a long stream. 2.5 hours it'll be nearly by the end of this. Yeah. Why isn't Slovan Bratislava there?
Are you free later or not?
Should be, yeah. Why isn't Slovan Bratislava there? Did Slovan Bratislava get through? Let's have a look. No. Have a look. News. Conference League. Group stage. Slovan Bratislava finished top of the group. You won't be in the draw until the round of 16 draw, because obviously they've changed it now, haven't they? So they now have teams that finish second in the group now face teams from the Europa League in the playoff to get to the round of 16. Your round of 16 draw will not be until the 24th of February. So, yeah, Slovan Bratislava will not be in this draw because they finished top, and they won't be in any of the draws until the 24th of February. So, there's your answer, mate. Yeah, Slovan Bratislava finished top, so they won't be in this draw. CFR, Romanian, so CFR Cluj fan there. Best of luck in the draw. We are going to get the draw finally underway because the Slovan Bratislava was the first in the group. Yes, Slovan Bratislava were top of the group, which means they're not in the playoff draw. This is the playoff draw. They're not in the playoff draw. They're in the round of 16 draw, which comes in February once these playoff ties have been played. But it might be an interesting one for you to see because whoever wins these games, you could play against them. So you could play any of these teams if they get through. Time for the draw to get underway, and the first team out of the pots is Karabag. Karabag, the team, one of the teams that fell out of the UEFA. No, sorry. Yeah, one of the teams that fell out of the UEFA Europa League will be playing against a Conference League team. They can play any teams whatsoever. What one? They should play Slovan Bratislava in the round of 16. Bratislava will be playing in the round of 16, yes. But the round of 16 draw is not until the 24th of February. and your round of 16 games will not be until March. So you won't be playing your Europa Conference League until March, mate. KA Ghent take on Karabag. So Karabag versus KA Ghent is the first match of the Conference League playoffs. And these are playoffs.
Right, anyway, I'm gonna
Goodbye.
have to go anyway. Yep. Bye.
Bye. Next team out. Trabzonspor of Turkey. Once again, can play any team. This is practically an open draw, so anyone can get anyone, apart from Lazio cannot get Fiorentina, because obviously they play in the same league, from the same nation.
All the options are there, and we'll know soon who will be opposed to Trabzonspor.
FC Basel.
FC Basel from Switzerland. So Trabzonspor versus Basel is the second pairing. Last season, Basel also
Trabzonspor take on FC Basel.
to be there again. They will have to an easy job of trying to eliminate Trabzonspor.
Difficult task for bit of a difficult task that is for Basel. Lazio, the next team out.
Lazio can play all remaining teams.
They can play any team other than Fiorentina.
As one of the conditions of this round is that there cannot be any clash between teams from the same country. So Lazio will have to play against one of the 5 other teams. The winners of the Cup Winners' Cup 99, last edition of the competition, and the Super Cup of this same season.
Cluj for the Romanian lad in here, Eddie. When will the draw be held? Your round of 16 draw will be held on the 24th of February. So February. So in about 4 months. 4 months? 3 months time. So 3 months. 24th of February. FK Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt.
5 potential opponents for Bodo Glimt, all the remaining teams. Fantastic season in Europe last season.
Bodo Glimt, magnificent side last season in the Conference League. And they had some brilliant games against Roma. Beat them, I think, 3 times, if I'm not mistaken.
Lech Poznan.
Lech Poznan. That's going to be an interesting tie, isn't it? Bodo Glimt versus Lech Poznan, qualified on the final day. So Bodo against Lech. That's an interesting tie, isn't it? Be a tough one to call that. Bodo Lech. This is SC Braga. Give them Lazio. Give them Fiorentina. SC Braga can play against any of the remaining teams, which are Fiorentina, Anderlecht, Partizan Belgrade, and Dnipro.
Now we're ready. 4 options for Braga.
Fiorentina.
So Fiorentina.
Fiorentina. Oh, that is a tie. Braga versus Fiorentina. Woohoo! That's what you call a good tie. One or two interesting ties, actually. I mean, Lazio Cluj isn't going to be an easy tie. Certainly for Cluj, it's a tough tie for them. Larnaca, the team from Cyprus, the Cypriot team, can play against either Anderlecht, Partizan Belgrade, or Dnipro. So who are Larnaca, the Cypriot team? Who are the Cypriots going to be up against? Let's find out. The Cypriots are against
Dnipro 1.
Dnipro.
Larnaca versus Dnipro 1. in their debut
Dnipro.
season, and,
It's Larnaca versus Dnipro -1.
we can go ahead.
Or
The
Dnipro
two
1.
pairings are left to be drawn.
I just call them Dnipro. They're basically the new version of Dnipro. Because obviously Dnipro Petrovsk, or whatever it was, Petrovsk, did get liquidated, I believe. So, yeah. So they've created a new team called Dnipro -1. Or Dnipro 1. Fair enough. Sheriff Tiraspol, who are in Manchester United's group, dropped into the Conference League. They play FK Partizan Belgrade. Ooh, they've got to go to one of the toughest places in Europe. Belgrade, very tough place to go. Partizan and Sheriff. So Moldova versus Serbia. It's going to be interesting. Final team then is Ludogorets of Bulgaria, and their opponent to finish off the draw is, of course, Anderlecht. So that is the draw complete. Ludogorets versus Anderlecht. Difficult tie. And that is the draw complete. Let's have a look at the draw in full. So we have Karabag versus K Gent. We've got Trabzonspor taking on FC Basel. We've got Lazio versus CFR Cluj. Bodo Glimt taking on Lech Poznan. Braga versus Fiorentina. Larnaca taking on Dnipro. Sheriff Tiraspol taking on Partizan Belgrade. And Ludogorets take on Anderlecht. Tough tie. Some tough ties. Trabzonspor Basel is going to be a tough one, certainly for Basel. Cluj have got a very tough test away to Lazio. Bodo Glimt, Lech Poznan, that's going to be a bit of an interesting tie. Braga Fiorentina, cracking tie, that is. Sheriff Partizan's going to be one feisty affair. Moldova versus Serbia, that's going to be a bit of a feisty affair, that. And of course, Karabag Ghent be interesting as well. Azerbaijan versus Belgium. I think realistically Ghent will win that. So that is the draw done, and that is all the draws done for today. We are back live later on tonight about 7 o'clock for the FA Cup draw. But for me, Darryl Johnson, thank you everyone for tuning in. If you've been here since the very start, which has been about over 2 hours, for the Champions League draw, thank you very much for being here. And even if you just popped in for the Europa League or the Conference League draw, thanks very much for tuning in and, of course, sharing your support for the channel. I've been Darryl Johnson. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be back again later with the FA Cup draw. But until then, see you soon. Bye!